Kim, thank you very much. Right now, take a break from the campus and talk about a broader issue here in Utah. Utah is expected to grow by about 2.5 million people by the year 2050. Of course, that is putting a big strain on our agriculture and growing the types of foods and things like that we need. Well, that is an issue that Envision Utah wants everyone to think about and to talk about.
If we want to be more self-sufficient, if we want to have more local food at our disposal, then we need to think about how we preserve and protect the water and the farm ground that would be needed.
Envision Utah believes our state agriculture can thrive if we do some long-term planning.
You have to remember, in this state, still 80% of the water that's distributed is for farms. Only 20% of the water distributed in the state is for urban areas.
But because of the growing population, those numbers are changing. Experts say there's not enough water to support both agriculture and urban development. That means some tough decisions will have to be made.
How much of it should we use for outdoor lawns and gardens? That's one that is hotly contested right now.
We've had a history, especially in recent decades, of growing on our prime farm ground, and that's a question now at this point that we have to grapple with.
Losing some of our state's agricultural resources means finding more food from outside of Utah, and more imports increases the chances of a food supply disruption. Plus, the state misses out on the economic benefits of local farming.
There's a lot of interest in local food and self-sufficiency, and I think that's a core question. How much of our food do we want to be able to get locally?
We really encourage home gardens being planted and utilized for part of your food supply. That will make up for some of the lost agricultural production that we've experienced here along the Wasatch Front.
Part of preparing for Utah's population growth is educating our children about water conservation and how to utilize our desert climate. Across Utah, water districts have created public gardens that show how your landscaping can still be beautiful by using less water.
You'll see in each one of them great examples of a very aesthetically pleasing yard with a lot of greenery in it that's using half or less the water that an average yard would use.
Meeting the water needs of agriculture and satisfying the thirst of a growing population will not be easy, but Utahns have already proven they can adjust.
They have reduced their per capita use by about 15 to 17% overall since the year 2000.
That's a conservation trend that Envision Utah hopes we will continue to embrace.
We farm, we ranch, and we want to do what we can to maintain that lifestyle for the people who love it.
It's quite apparent that we're going to have to at least make some type of change.